this is an open forum, it's inclusive for all different points of view, it's free, so that's a real advantage for sharing your thoughts, and it's made together. And really, when we say made together, it's a partnership, and with several associations. We have ELO, the European Landowner Organization, with Syngenta are really at the initiative of that forum. We have the Rice Foundation, which ensures the chairmanship, which is an independent chairmanship, very important for us, plus other stakeholders who are joining us. We are very pleased to say that this year we were joined by the European Commission and by FAO.
I think all the sectors, the segment of the farming community was present and had the opportunity to express. This forum is quite unique because this forum is really open. Everybody gets a chance to express his view and is welcome to say so. Even if we disagree, we are all friends, we are trying to develop a better world and a better agriculture for the next generation.
I've come to the FFA today because I'm really interested in the future of sustainability, how this can be applied to agriculture. I feel like it's a really important issue, and it's something I want to work with in the future. Eventually, being able to make sure that climate change can be tackled in a good way.
Actually, we are visiting for the Forum of Future of Agriculture every year, and it is a very important event. We call it in Lithuania Davos of Agriculture. So it is very good for three reasons. First, we are meeting people to establish a network. Second, it is very important to listen directly for the important key players in the agriculture policy sector and to understand what are directions for the years to come, where agriculture sector and forestry will go, where to develop. And third, and also very important for us, when we have possibility to listen primary sources, so then we can debate back home with the politicians, with the decision makers, actually not just listening that it is requirement for the European Union or it is a requirement from global institutions. We know what global institutions demand, what European institutions telling about sustainable management in agriculture and forestry.
Well, for as long as it's been going, I've been coming and thought it one of the most stimulating and exciting of the conferences that are available in this sector. I think it's particularly important now, though, for us as UK citizens who are just about to leave the EU, because now more than ever we need to engage with what's going on. We need to learn the direction of thought in Brussels, and we need to reflect on how we can respond and maybe adapt to that in the years to come.
This is my third time I've been here, and I came the first year with an interest in international land and rural businesses, and then I became more involved in the RISE Foundation. And last year, Yannick Potoknif said, go away and think about how you're going to make a difference. And so I'm really delighted to tell you that as a farmer and a rural professional, I've actually joined to become a voluntary ambassador for the Send a Cow organisation.
Well, it's always a very interesting event. We depend hugely on farms in Europe, and the European farming community depends on the food industry, of course. Together we face many challenges globally, but also in Europe. So I was here to listen to all of the very interesting interventions.
Well, I've been a few times in the past. It's a great opportunity to find what's hot in Brussels, what's talking about agriculture policy. It's a real great way to catch up.
I like it very much, all the speeches. I learned a lot, and I like it very much, a particular speech from Mr. Savory about desertification, its causes and the remedies. And I was very glad that I think that I can contribute with his work.
For most of my long life, I've been listening to people talk about the problems and what we need to do, but we never talk about solutions and how to actually do it. So I'm very pleased and excited to be here to begin to talk about how to do it, how to deal with that complexity.
This is my first Forum for Agriculture, so I'm not an expert in the last 10 years of history, but I feel that there is a common understanding that business as usual does not work in the long term. It's tiding us over, but it doesn't work in the long term. There are challenges to what the solutions look like, but I feel there's a common dialogue around we need to be somewhere else, and therefore let's talk about that. And some of the examples that we've seen, some of the presentations, some of the dialogue has been incredibly positive.
I see a lot of positive trends emerging and the critical mass coming from the business sector, a clear understanding also in the civil society which is supporting those trends, and also very much something emerging in policy initiatives which is encouraging. I think we simply have to speed up because we have no time to lose.
I really very much hope that all stakeholders will change their mind, change their attitude, because once again we must face all these challenges together.